Tonight on Best New Restaurant, the competition goes into overdrive as two extraordinary fast casual restaurants race to impress diners with their gourmet food.
Give me 2 chili shrimp all day. 2 chef's favorites with
Miami trendsetters from Buns and Buns are winning fans by pairing globally inspired high-end cuisine with specialty breads.
So good.
Best friends at Morgan's Barbecue are bringing the country's smoked flavors of Texas to the city streets of Brooklyn, New York. I gotta say, this is some of the best smoked meat I've ever had.
quarter-pound ribs. Let's go.
This is a showdown of gourmet food and a lightning-quick service.
Fast.
Only one restaurant can survive as they fight to win a feature in Bon Appetit magazine and $100,000.
Let's go.
16 restaurants, but only one can be the best new restaurant.
Pissed out.
First up, I'm in Miami to visit Buns and Buns. It's a new restaurant that's taken the Miami food scene by storm with their fast gourmet fusion food and one simple twist. Specialty bread accompanies everything. I'll be meeting chef and owner Reuben Sugarman, owner Alex Zeeby, and sous chef Lady Lozano.
Yes. So tell me about Buns and Buns. Over-the-counter concept. You know, we wanted to take out the pretentiousness from fine dining, but still give the quality of cuisine that you would in a fine dining restaurant. You choose your protein, you choose your bun.
If someone places an order, how quickly are they getting the food?
Appetizers will be on the table within 3 minutes, depending on volume. Entrees followed by that between 7 to 10.
Wow, that's great.
Kibara, please. The concept of Buns and Buns is globally inspired menu. We incorporate bread as our main focal point. So we give you a selection to choose from, and then you can eat it however you please. You can rip it, dip it, stuff it, and we make it fun. We're a restaurant driven on turnaround. You know, we turn our tables fast. Come on, guys, picking up table 20, chili shrimp.
Before the restaurant opened, Reuben and Alex traveled the world together to brainstorm ideas looking for inspiration on their new menu.
We went to London, Istanbul, Hong Kong, and Bangkok to discover what their cultures were all about, and bread was everywhere.
We had so much fun, and this is how we came up with the concept.
Don't judge me. I come here like 2 times a week, probably even 3.
This is my first restaurant venture, so no experience whatsoever in the food industry. I used to be a yacht dealer. I had some money backed up, so decided to open Buns and Buns. I love seeing people eating good food, and I love making people happy.
Table 31.
As a first-time restaurant owner, Alex relied on Reuben's experience to get his first venture off the ground.
Ever since I was 11 years old, I've worked in restaurants, you know, and I've always known that I wanted to be a chef. I went to school in the Culinary Institute of America in New York, and I've opened 14 plus restaurants and hotels in 10 years. You got spinach poof, another steam bun. And then we have Lady. She's gone from being a line cook to a supervisor to my chef de cuisine.
We're unique. Our breads, our food, our passion. We want to be the best.
So what are we eating?
Here we have our braised brisket. We braise it in just red wine, white onions, some bay leaves, fresh thyme. This is $14.89.
Wow, that is a nice plate of food for $14.
Let me crack that egg in there.
That's really good.
You get that hint of nutmeg?
Yeah, I like it.
So now we encourage you to open that brioche.
God, if you could do this as fast as you say you can do it, when it's this good for $14, I think it's a winning recipe.
That was a really good feeling seeing Tom clean the plate with my brioche. It made me feel like I'm doing something right.
So guys, you got 30 people coming in. They're gonna be hungry. They wanna see great service, amazing food. From the time they walk in to dessert on the table, about 2 hours. 2 of my team members, Maggie Nemser and Jeffrey Zarowski, will also be dining in the restaurant and scrutinizing every detail of today's service. Good luck.
A real challenge for Buns and Buns would be serving 30 diners in 1 hour. 2 hours? Nothing.
All right, get ready.
We're open, guys. All right, showtime.
Let's go, ladies. Oh yeah.
Quick service has changed so much in the last couple of years, and diners just don't have hours to sit and enjoy a meal. So this fast casual idea from Buns and Buns is a good move.
I can take care of your order from here if you guys are ready.
Let's do the chili.
The chili shrimp, very good.
At Witchcraft, we have the same model. You queue up in line, you order your sandwich, and we bring it to the table. But this is a little different. It's all sandwiches, some salads. These are full-on entrees.
Walk it in. Poof, fritter, house salad. What a cool place to order. Like the food's right here while you're standing.
You get to see.
You get to see it and smell
Well, maybe that was strategic for them to serve them first, right? We look so drop-sided. We're going to start with some salads, so quinoa and burrata heirloom.
Okay, the quinoa comes with the herb bun, and the burrata, I recommend it with the ciabatta bread. Is that okay?
it. Is the ciabatta bread made here?
Yeah.
Wow, every day.
I
Great.
love a truffle chicken bun.
And the barbecued pulled pork. So we can order at the table if we want extra? Yeah, I have waiters walking around. You could always order. That's great. That's awesome. And then where do we go?
I'll have you sitting at table 23.
Okay, make our way there? Thank you so much. Drop fries. Jose, give me 2 chili shrimp pork belly, snapper, 3 spinach pouf, 4 corn fritters. Runner, please.
And these are your corn fritters. I recommend squirting the lime all over.
Table 22. You're making a chili shrimp, right?
Alrighty. Have your cheese naan, burrata salad.
Table 12. There you go. Thank you. That was about 8 minutes since we ordered, which, you know, I mean, totally reasonable. Place is
Look at
packed,
these
right?
plates. They're beautiful. I mean, this is not quick service presentation, right?
Once people sit down, man, it just comes. It comes fast. And the wait staff, they're great. Once they take that initial order, they're still there. They don't disappear. It's really impressive.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's see how they taste.
Okay, I'm going with burrata. I think it's a good dish. There's some nice seasoning on that. So that's their ciabatta. It's a tasty dough.
That is a beautiful, beautiful bun.
You know, it's really ambitious, but it's great to see that they're baking all of their breads in-house.
Yeah, cheese bun is really good.
Reuven tells me that diners go crazy for his chili shrimp and spinach poofs. I can see he's right.
It's so good.
Brisket, French fries, table 11. Runner, please, 21. I'll take that reggae naan for 20.
How many pork belly, chef?
2, right now. Keep moving. Runner, please.
Right now, you know, things are moving out quickly. The kitchen's jamming out.
Come on, guys, keep moving. Runner, please.
I also get a sense that maybe they're going too fast. The chef's calling things very quickly.
Say, take it hang. Did you? That's right. Come on, guys, chili shrimp. You give me 1 more cheese naan? 2 pork belly. Fast.
Bread is extremely salty. Way too salty.
Table 21, send it back, chunks of salt on the bread, and the brioche has another chunk of salt on top.
Yeah.
Pork belly was a bit salty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just very salty.
Right. I can understand. I'm gonna. You're welcome. Reuven, do me a favor. Everybody's saying that they are too salty and everything. So refire that one.
Chef Reuven went too fast with the tickets. You go too fast. You don't give the same attention to the specific details.
Chili shrimp with the Chinese bun.
No heat.
Called chili shrimp.
Should be chili. I need a regular naan, French fries. Where's the other one? I said 2 pork belly.
1, 2, chef.
Oh, Buns and Buns started off great, but they're sprinting the whole way instead of running a really good, fast pace. And details are starting to fall through the cracks. Now, I'm looking around one table, I think they're still waiting for the food.
How is everything, guys?
We're missing everything.
Let me double check right now. Okay, sorry.
You know, this isn't a big restaurant. Alice has to notice when someone's not getting their food.
I cannot wait to go to that.
Hey, table 32 is starting to.
I don't have 32. I don't have a table 32. Can you resend it? The worst thing was finding out that we didn't have table 32's ticket and not knowing how long they've already been sitting there without it. That just makes me more anxious. You resent it? Can I get another steam bun? Come on, guys, just start plating them all. Here, fast. I need steam buns. Like, come on. This now.
restaurants think they're the best. But do they pass your test? Go to BravoTV.com/play live right now to weigh in. They battle.
I don't have 32. I don't have a table 32. Come on. This now.
Buns and Buns, they're racing through this pressure test, but they lost a ticket. So there's an entire table without food now.
It's a little disappointing not knowing how long they've already been sitting there without food. You resent it? 32's coming right now.
So you have 1 hour left.
Guys, I need a truffle chicken and a barbecue pulled pork on the fly. 32.
All right. Yay. Awesome.
Chicken bun is right in the middle.
Thank you.
We'll see if it was worth the wait.
How was it? Delicious. Okay.
I'm gonna have to say you now.
So when the restaurant messes up, we have to find solution to make people happy. You always try to make a joke around, you always try to make it a little bit more comfortable, send them a couple of extra plates from the house.
So right here are French fries. Everybody makes mistakes, but then you have to fix it. Sorry about that.
Beautiful presentation.
It's called the 3 A's. You acknowledge that mistake. You need to apologize, and you need to act upon it. The service team dealt with the mistakes right away, so I think they did a pretty good job.
You're welcome.
Go slow.
We definitely have to gain that control, slow down, and set the pace. You got 2 pork belly, brisket, table 12. After that, I need another crispy snapper. Put less salt on the bread, please.
I'm relieved to see that the kitchen slowed down a little bit, and the food is back to Ruben's high standards.
So we like this truffle chicken sandwich.
Yeah, the goat cheese truffle combo is terrific.
Truffle and goat cheese, good pairing.
So you have 1 hour left. You got about 5 tickets hanging, and then you got desserts to do.
Desserts walking in.
We have the Nutella buns. They're almost like donut holes, stuffed with Nutella inside, and they just melt in your mouth.
Alicia, 12.
I think this is light and airy and delicious.
Yeah.
It has that French toast feel, but that dulce de leche ice cream on it.
Wow, this is good. You get that taste of that salted bun that we had earlier.
That's the last table, Les?
Very good job. The servers helped guide us on the menu, told us what to order, and it was just delicious. The service has been incredible. Yeah, great. Very accommodating.
Okay. So they made a mistake, but they apologized. They fixed the mistake. Great. So they turned it around. You seem happy.
Yes, we are happy.
Yeah. It was a little chaotic at times. Things were going too fast, and it just wasn't it wasn't tight. But we pulled through, and I'm absolutely proud of the Buns and Buns team today.
So how did that go?
It's good.
You exceed our expectations. As a quick service restaurant, you really exceed them. The question is, can you exceed them even more? And I think you can.
Let's just talk about some of the food highlights that we had from the meal. So one thing that we really enjoyed was the truffle chicken sandwich. It's actually a great example of how to do really good food at scale.
The Nutella buns were fantastic, and they were doughy. They melted in my mouth. They were the perfect bite.
Right.
But chili shrimp, there's almost no chili in that dish, really. Should it be called chili shrimp anymore?
It's a good point.
Listen, clearly you have a concept built for speed, but then it almost seemed like you put too much pressure on yourself to speed up even more, and when you did that, mistakes were made. Do you think you guys tried to do too much too fast?
I think we went way too gung-ho.
Do you think the speed was the reason why the food was a little over-salted?
Yeah.
You slowed down just a little bit, you still would have made it in plenty of time, and I think the dishes would have been much better.
You know, we know that we're going to get better and better, and there's more refinement to come. So,
other than that, people were happy. Even at the table 32, where the ticket got lost somewhere in the shuffle here, they still walked out of here happy. But you definitely have some things to work on going to New York. The pressure is going to be great, so you got to work on consistency. But as far as service and hospitality, just keep that part up. Don't ever let that go, because I think in fast casual, that's the first thing that goes. So we'll see you in New York.
thank you. Thank you. Getting the feedback that we did a great job and that, you know, we do have things to work on, but all in all, our concept can be proven to be something great in the future.
Next up, I'm checking out Buns and Buns competition, Morgan's Barbecue. It's the dream of longtime friends, owners Chris Morgan and Joe Bolden. Today I'm meeting with them and their pitmaster, Mark Roper.
Hey guys, first thing, this place smells great. Thank you. So, tell me about Morgan's. Chris is from Texas, I'm from Brooklyn. We've always talked about opening a restaurant. And he kind of showed me about the cult following that barbecue has in Texas. And I was like, whoa, we can recreate Texas in Brooklyn. It's 100% Texas, dry rub, low and slow. How long does it take a batch of brisket to smoke?
Start to finish, about 14 to 16 hours, depending on size.
Morgan! Yo, where you at, boy?
I'm from Texas, so barbecue is very important to me. It's part of my background. If you didn't weld a barbecue pit when you were younger, then you weren't advancing in the ranks of your manhood.
How long that cornbread? We're not classically trained, but we're putting out amazing food. Old school Mac.
Morgan's signature dish would have to be brisket. It's the most difficult item to cook because you don't know for 16 hours whether or not you did a good job. And the mac and cheese is probably the house favorite. I mean, who doesn't love mac and cheese and barbecue?
Chris is usually the guy on the front of the house talking to people, telling his Texas story. I'm usually expediting and controlling the kitchen to make sure that everything goes according to plan. I need one piece for an order here.
I've known Joel for a long time. We used to work together. He has a kid, I have a kid. We kind of bonded over our kids. Both of us always knew we were going to open a restaurant.
And then we have Mark.
His brisket was always amazing. Every night he worked, we were like, oh my God, it's crazy tonight.
I have been the pitmaster at Morgan's since we opened. I grew up in a Southern family that loved to barbecue. My dad just would be out on the grill and the barbecue and the smoker pretty much every weekend. My typical day at Morgan's, I'm there for about 10 to 12 hours every night, really ensuring the preparation, the smoking of all the meats.
The meat is so tender, it's so flavorful, and the rub on the outside is absolutely perfect.
But it was a lot of stress going into building Morgan's because there was so much at stake. The place was in a complete state of disrepair. The floor was collapsing, the sidewalk was collapsing, we had to move the boiler room. It was a long process. It took us 8 months to get it off the ground. Yeah, I'm extremely passionate about Morgan's. I mean, it's basically my life.
So this is our fatty brisket.
Okay.
Like we said, we don't think it needs sauce.
My hands.
We've got some sauce down here. Please use your hands.
It doesn't need sauce.
Does not need sauce, right?
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, this is some of the best smoked meat I've ever had. And I've had quite a bit. You get the smoke up front, you get the meat, the fat, and then at the end it finishes a little bit of acid. I think they've got one thing figured out. You have to have high quality meat to start. So here's the deal. 30 people coming in, you have 2 hours from the second they walk in to the second they get dessert. And I'm gonna take this with me.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
Take care.
How much more time do we have?
7 minutes out. Limes cut, sweet potatoes.
This test should be straightforward for Morgan's, as their meat has already been smoked overnight and it's ready to serve.
Watch your back, watch your back.
So I'm expecting a flawless service.
Let's go, 1 minute. 1 minute.
As always, Maggie and Jeffrey will be my eyes and ears in the dining room, and I'll be keeping close watch around the front and back of the house.
Here we go.
And how much is like a pound of the pork ribs?
Anywhere between 4 and 6, depending on how large they count.
It's like 4 or 6, right? Yeah.
Okay, 1 pound of ribs.
Mac and cheese that we offer is old school mac.
Okay, I really like the sound of it.
Yeah, I love the look of this place.
Yeah.
To me, it's believable. It screams we're about to have some serious barbecue, but it also fits in with the community, right? It's like hip, it's cool.
Good. 2 chef's favorites, please. Keep it moving.
And it is served in a Frito wrapper. First impression before I even bite in, this is a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a little bit disappointing.
Unmelted cheddar cheese.
It is good though.
Is it?
The meat is delicious. I'm looking past the cheese here.
Tastes like the best plate of nachos in a Frito pie.
Regular queso, 2 Frito pies. Coming. 62. Pork queso. Let's go. Pork. Let's go.
Yeah, see, look, when you pick it up, it doesn't want to break. I noticed the pork rib, some of them weren't cooked to completion.
What are you doing?
The one we had a minute ago or under. Oh,
Wow, so the team, they discovered some serious issues. Their pork ribs are not falling off the bone tender, so they have to go back to the smoker. But they need to be a little careful. If they go in there and the temperature's too high, it's gonna dry it out. But the diners are waiting and they've gotta get this right.
So let's go.
We're kind of freaking out at this moment. We cannot serve undercooked pork ribs. That's going to mess up the reputation that we've built.
Still waiting, baby. Still waiting. Still waiting.
This
quarter-pound ribs.
You think under? The one we had a minute ago or under.
All right, just as diners are getting ready to enjoy some slow-cooked barbecue, Morgan's has discovered that the pork ribs just aren't quite there yet. It's a hard fix. It has to be slow and low. You know, on a regular day, they would just wait till it's perfect to serve it. Today, they don't have that luxury.
Still waiting, baby. Still waiting. Still waiting.
We're kind of freaking out at this moment. We cannot serve undercooked pork ribs. So I wrap them up, put them in the smoker for a little bit longer. So we just really need time.
They have to run out there.
There needs somebody, you should be reading as well. Yeah, and then come back.
The restaurant is full of diners waiting for ribs, so Chris is buying some time using his front of house skills, and he's giving the kitchen crucial minutes to finish up the ribs in the smoker.
Hi guys, how is everything?
Fantastic.
Well, where are you guys from?
Long Island.
Okay. I don't want to say cost prohibitive.
The diners are distracted enough to not even notice the delay.
So let's go. 30 seconds. Think we're gonna be good?
So I just tried the final pork ribs.
You're all set?
Thank God they're fine.
Lucky for Morgan's, Mark's a pro. That extra 15 minutes in the smoker is just what these ribs needed.
All right.
All right, let's
now
do
we're
rib.
gonna eat. All
Let's
right.
do rib.
Just one bite of this, and I know that they're serious. It's got this upfront flavor profile, that hit of smoke, just the right amount. That is really good.
So the pork ribs are flying out of the kitchen now. The diners seem really impressed with these incredible smoked meats. I gotta say, I really enjoy them.
I need a quarter fatty and a beef rib, please. Coming right now. Chicken working. Jamaican jerk. Where's my quarter fatty? 61. Why are you walking slow? Stop walking slow. Greens, mac and cheese, corn.
The brisket, super tender.
I want to try the mac and cheese.
Whatever sides they put on the menu, I think need to be great.
It needs salt.
I think it's a good mac and cheese. Not the best I've ever had.
No.
Okay, so collard greens. And the one thing that's missing from this that I'd say, given that it's a barbecue joint, normally you throw in ham hock.
And that's something to me that's very, very important when you're talking about barbecue.
Sides.
I found all the sides bland. They needed this. Salt chicken.
Table 52 returned their corn. They said it was bland. They did not like it.
I heard the word bland used a few times. Like someone punching your kid in the face. It was pretty tough.
See if we can get him something else. Please don't take that.
There are going to be things that are going to be sent back, and it's our job to alleviate their worry by sending it back, doing it the way they want to do it.
Oh my God, that's so good.
It's really great to see how quickly they respond to these return dishes. I love the idea that if you don't like it, they'll just replace it with something else, no questions asked. But they need to address the issue with their sides.
The pecan pie and the key lime pie.
Pecan ice cream, key lime. Let's go.
Me too. So I have ice cream.
Brownie cup coming.
The ice cream is incredible. Simple, barbecue style, pecan pie, no fuss.
The missteps on the sides are going to be quickly forgotten because these desserts are really terrific. I didn't expect desserts to be so great in this casual place like this.
Bring it in. That's our last ticket. Hey, Drico, bring it in, son.
Morgan's just cruised through this pressure test, and I kind of expected they would. You know, it's a busy restaurant, they're used to turning tables, but I gotta say, overall, this has been a fantastic experience.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
You guys are happy?
Oh, amazing.
Amazing. It was awesome.
The food was really good, and it's nice that you can sit outside and kind of enjoy the breeze.
Well, you made that look easy. So service was great, hospitality, you got food out of the kitchen, delicious food. The meats were fabulous. I mean, I spoke to a few tables and everybody was just raving.
Obviously the rib is wonderful. The bark on it, the flavor, I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful piece of meat, but
a few people thought that, you know, the sides were, compared to the meat, the sides were not as good.
I thought the mac and cheese was good. I just sort of wanted it to match the greatness of the meat.
Now also, there's no one down south making greens without a ham hock in it.
I never get a complaint about it, so I really don't know. I like it a lot.
The only suggestions I have is take the best of what you do and bring it. In New York, you're going to go up against another outstanding restaurant, so you need to work on those sides to have a shot at winning this. So we'll see you in the next round.
really appreciate it.
For the next challenge, I'm pretty nervous about it. It's out of our comfort zone, so it's gonna be tough.
Tonight, Buns and Buns and Morgan's Barbecue will face their toughest test yet as they go head-to-head at a dinner service for a spot in the semifinals. But what they don't know is that since the pressure test, they've already been tested again. I sent in an undercover diner rigged with hidden cameras, see how they operate when they don't know I'm watching. I expect these secret diners to receive amazing food and excellent service. Buns and Buns, welcome to New York.
Yes.
Some of the issues that we saw in the pressure test, obviously when you guys got busy and you had issues with seasoning, lost a ticket. Since we last saw you, we've actually put you through another test. We sent in a secret diner with a hidden camera, and this is what they saw.
It's a surprise.
I order here. I sit down.
Who comes to you, you creates everything. You want to order anything else, you don't have to come back up with me. I have waiters walking around.
Oh, that's interesting. I walked in. It was actually really inviting, very cool. So I just heard, oh yeah. Okay, thanks. I'm not even too sure if she even realized that we've got nothing at the table besides spinach juice. We have no cutlery. We don't have drinks. I don't have a napkin.
Let me bring you some plate and utensils, okay?
Great. So we now have two dishes sitting on the table, and guess what? No cutlery yet. Thank you.
That's an issue.
Is it really?
Yeah, sometimes.
Food fast food in the bar. Yeah. Food is coming out so quickly, you're missing some basic details here.
That's salty.
Excuse me.
You guys not like these?
This is like crazy salty. I don't know what they did to it.
Yeah, people have been saying that.
It's okay.
Let's go talk to them though.
I'm just not. It's okay.
So we had to send the egg souffle back because it was salt. It was a little bit on the salty side.
So, you know, some of the problems that we had in the pressure test of over seasoning when you got busy, some of these things are still sort of, you know, slipping through.
That's not good.
I mean, these guys aren't tasting the dishes. They're just kind of making recipes.
How's everything?
Oh, that's over there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome. It was so good. I cracked into the egg. Polenta, creamy, beautiful. It's really fantastic. The flavor combinations are insanely good.
Insanely good.
Listen, it sounds like the pressure's getting to you. I know it's busy, but no one's checking on those levels of salts. Got to pay attention to these details. So today, my suggestion would be slow it down. You'll have plenty of time, and bring your A game. We'll be seeing you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.
There is still stuff that needs to be corrected, that's for sure. But at the end, you know what? They put it off, and I'm happy.
Now it's time for Morgan's to find out how they fare with the secret diners. All right, guys, since we last saw you in the pressure test, you know, there were a few things that we wanted you to work on. Some of the sides we thought needed some work. But since that pressure test, we've actually put you through another test. We sent in a secret diner. We wanted to see how your operation works when you didn't know the cameras were on.
Hey. Good. This is Texas barbecue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mostly eat like Carolina style barbecue. What's the difference?
I think it's because of how the way they smoke it.
How many hours?
The brisket smoked for 14 to 16, and the chicken smoked for like 2 or 3 hours.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cool.
What are you seeing here?
She didn't answer the question.
She did not answer the question.
And she knows the answer. She was completely wrong about what's the difference between Texas barbecue and Carolina barbecue. It's that Texas barbecue is predominantly beef and Carolina barbecue is predominantly pork. Also, the sauces are completely different.
The simple question, what's the difference between the two?
I'm a little surprised by that. We would rather be a little bit more engaging about it if they inquire.
I will go for half pound of the brisket, and we get a side of the old school mac and a side of collard greens.
Brisket.
Thank you. This is killer brisket. That is so good.
How is everything?
I know there was like a bunch of mac and cheeses on the menu. Is there like one that's got a little more, oomph to it or something? Yeah, what's your favorite?
The
What's your
mushroom mac.
Mushroom mac?
Yes.
All right. Can we try that instead?
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, so it seems like the old school Mac's still taking some hits.
You've tasted it a few times and it just didn't have that, the balance wasn't there. So we gave it a little bit more salt.
I suspect it's not actually the seasoning salt that you're putting in afterwards. I think you should check the water, making sure the water is salty before you put the pasta in. The salt in the water is sometimes overlooked when you're making mac and cheese.
Sure. Oh, excellent. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. The mushroom mac and cheese with the fried onions. There's nothing in the world that fried onions don't make better. So I love this. This is perfect.
Hold on, guys. Loving most of the food. So now you're going to go head-to-head against another restaurant for a place in the semifinals. Your meat, you have that down. You should really focus on your sides today. That seems to be tripping you up. And good luck.
Okay. Thank you. Definitely worries me. We're now a step behind. We have to kill it in the next challenge in order to move on.
All right, let's pick up these pieces and make it happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell us about the rub on the beef rib.
Morgan spice rub, that's always a well-guarded secret. If everyone knew how to do it, we might be in trouble.
Give me one secret, just one secret in there.
Garlic powder?
That's an easy one. That's an easy. Come on.
There's no way they can get the recipe.
I know there's salt, I know there's pepper. I get garlic in there too. There's probably some molasses in there.
Okay.
Probably some brown sugar in there.
It's not gonna happen for anybody. I wouldn't give it to my mom.
All right, so see how it's gonna go.
A surprise.
In my search for the best new restaurant, Buns and Buns and Morgan's Barbecue have passed the grueling pressure test, and they survived the scrutiny of the secret diners. But now, I'm turning up the heat as they face off head-to-head. They must both create a fixed menu that best represents their restaurant.
What do you guys do?
We're doing our Texas barbecue in Brooklyn. We're gonna win today because we're New York City tough. And you throw Brooklyn on top of it, how can you lose?
So buns and buns, what sort of food is that?
You do fine dining quality, but in a fast casual environment. What Buns and Buns has that Morgan's doesn't is depth and adventure and creativity. I think we're gonna kick their ass so bad, right back to Texas.
In this head-to-head battle, Morgan's and Buns will not only share the kitchen space,
I don't want to look at a clock.
they'll also have to train a whole new service staff.
Hi, how are you?
I'm Joel. Kristen, nice to meet you.
On top of that, I've noticed that Morgan's is taking a huge risk tonight by switching roles.
So Joel and I swapped roles today because a lot of these recipes, were things that I grew up with that I'm very confident making. And he's great on the floor.
What we do at Morgan's is you give them the idea of, yes, you're coming out to a nice restaurant to eat. We want to make you comfortable like you're at your home.
So it's going to be interesting to see if the strategy pays off.
So, Sabrina,
Mary?
No.
Mary?
I'm looking at Alex, and it kind of looks like he's getting ready for speed dating as opposed to setting up a service.
Is anyone speaking French here? Because when I get mad, I curse in French. No? It's okay? I'm not gonna curse, don't worry, I'm very nice.
Restaurants. So your head-to-head competition is about to begin. We have 20 diners coming in. Besides the regular diners, we have a couple VIPs. We have Adam Rappaport, who is the editor-in-chief of the James Beard Award-winning magazine Bon Appetit, as well as Andrew Nolan, who's the restaurant and drinks editor, who's also responsible for Bon Appetit's 10 best restaurants in America edition. And remember, only one restaurant is going through to the semifinals. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Very good.
I'm actually really excited to try like Texas barbecue. I've never been to Texas.
Buns and buns. I actually kind of all like the fact that the menu is very sort of to the point. Boom, boom, boom.
Chili's ready.
Chili's ready.
Our first course is going to be a Frito pie. It's made with a traditional Texas red chili. It's cube chuck. It's a really deep, rich flavor. We add Fritos, cheese, sour cream, and onions.
I'm going to VIP. Which one? Does it matter? They're all VIP.
It's very kind of traditional Texas Little League baseball food. It's my favorite, and I can't imagine anyone else not liking it.
I get that they want to put a nod to their Texas roots. I think this is unnecessary.
I think this is a bit too gimmicky for the competition.
I was a little bit concerned about having a traditional drunk food, like in a setting like this.
Can I have just a chili? I wanted to try it on its own. It's really awesome chili.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it. I'm still shaking my head at the idea of opening up a bag of Fritos. You don't need gimmicks to sell great food. I think they should just serve their chili.
You got the first batch? Beautiful.
The first course we're making today is the Spanish-inspired spinach pousse with tahini and chives and manchego cheese. You know, I wanted to represent our signature dishes and most popular. Spinach pousse sells so crazy, man. I go through 150 pounds a week.
Yeah, it's got a kick to it.
After the pressure test, we refine some of the techniques that we do and taste everything before it always goes out.
Okay, let's go. Send the food out.
So our spinach pousse right there.
So what do we have inside the spinach pousse?
So inside the spinach pousse is
There is some pata choux mixed with cheese
pata choux mixed with cheese
and spinach.
and spinach.
It would have been better if Alex had just spent more time with the waitstaff training them before service and not at the table in front of the customers.
Kind of maybe like a Middle Eastern. Yeah.
And I did love the tahini. Also, it just gave it a different flavor profile. It was really great.
I got a lot of spinach. I got the cheese.
I think it tastes good. It's well seasoned. I like the crisp.
You guys try a piece of the chicken yet? Yeah, I did.
So for our second dish today, we're serving our smoked chicken alongside our ginormous beef rib.
Leave the door open. Let the temperature drop. The smoked meat plate, by the way, does have sides. So they got the greens and the corn. So we're going to get a chance to see those collard greens again.
So given the feedback that we received in the pressure test, we really needed to ramp up our sides. So for today's challenge, we decided to add some meat to the collards.
Chris, yeah, I need you on corn, man.
Alongside that, a spicy Mexican street corn that Chris and I developed over the past 2 weeks.
Maybe a little bit more.
What kind of coals do you use?
Wood, oak wood. Yeah. So we're doing 100%. We don't skip any steps. We're serious. Yeah.
Joe may not be in the kitchen, but I think swapping his role with Chris as the front of the house is really paying off for Morgan's. You know, he's got a great rapport with the diners. Okay, Morgan, it's time to go.
I think barbecue is about soul, and it's about a little bit of science. And whoever made this beef rib got both of them exactly right.
Yeah.
That char, that seasoning on the outside, so moist, juicy, tender.
Yeah, for me, the sides are just as good as the meat, particularly the corn.
The corn is spicy. It's really quite good. And then the surprise of the day is collard greens taste meaty, they taste salty, there's some heat in there. This is good. It's better in the restaurant.
Today, Morgan's definitely stepped up their game when it comes to the sides. However, the meat isn't as good as it was in the restaurant. Morgan's, they're at a little bit of a disadvantage. They're not using their home smoker. A few different degrees of temperature, the humidity changes can really make the difference between excellent meat and good meat.
The chili shrimp gonna be spicy chili today.
Oh, I made it spicy as hell. The second course is our chili shrimp with lemon aioli paired with naan bread, and then you can eat it however you please. You can make a nice little sandwich out of it.
Jeffrey and Maggie knocked my chili shrimp because it wasn't very chili. Okay. So this time I'm gonna burn Jeffrey's asshole with it. Okay. You have the shrimp?
Yes, I have it.
Put the shrimp. Start putting the shrimp in each bowl. By the time it goes out there, they're gonna be all over it. Okay, send food. Go. The shrimp is cooked so much differently than the one we had before, right?
I think it's very flavorful. I don't think it's that hot.
Not as much heat as I was expecting from chili shrimp. It's definitely more heat than we had in Miami. It's better.
How is everything doing? Tiger shrimp, 1620, that's what they are.
Where are you from?
France, Paris.
Alors,
bien? Merci.
the naan bread's amazing. Reminds me of like super Middle Eastern authentic naan bread.
I think we all agree if we all went out and had this meal at a restaurant and paid money for it, you would go back to that restaurant again.
The shrimp is nicely cooked, more garlic flavor. There seems to be a lot more going on. Even though Ruben said he was going to bring the heat, I still think it's lacking that kick.
Good job. You did a great job. I know you too. Look at you. Just took a shower.
I'm very proud of how the service has gone today. It was very smooth. You know, I'm pretty confident in my team and the front of the house team that we did a great job. Favorites?
Spinach hoops. I love the mix of the manchego and the creaminess of it.
Good evening. How's your meal?
I think we like both restaurants. I would say that, you know, as somebody who grew up in the South and loves barbecue and moved to New York City, that I would be proud to bring any Southerner up to Morgan's Barbecue and have them taste it and be like, there is good barbecue in New York City.
That's just what.
Yeah. They tried to beef rib with the eyes got bigger and the mouth and the skin pulled back. I was like, wow, that's what we want.
In the end, the emotion was exhaustion, and waiting to be judged is pretty stressful. But overall, I felt totally confident.
Honestly, I felt like today's competition was neck and neck. Standing beside Buns and Buns in front of Maggie, Tom, and Jeffrey is excruciating.
You know, it's tough. You guys are both fast casual restaurants, but I still believe that the criteria for judging a fast casual restaurant or any restaurant should be the same. It's whether or not you execute on the concept that you're trying to put out there.
Alex, I feel like you could have trained the servers a little bit more. Spinach poofs, I remember there was that issue with our server not really knowing exactly what was in it. But you did a great job on the floor. You just really took up the room in a great way and touched tables, and you were super personable with everybody. The chili shrimp had strong flavors. I did taste a lot of garlic and a lot of fish sauce. I didn't really get that chili kick that I was hoping for.
Joel, you guys really did set the tone tonight when we walked into the restaurant. It was buzzing. It felt like there was like we're walking in your restaurant. The things we discussed at the pressure test, you really took to heart. and brought them here. The sides were better seasoned. You added ham hock to the collard greens, and you did a great job. I do have to say one thing, Morgans. That Frito pie, like it's not worth it. It's not worth the gimmick. Your chili is so good. Just leave it alone.
It's really about executing and just delivering a great package. Did a good job at executing a few things, and some things were a little lacking. We're taking all three challenges into consideration. Pressure tests, mystery diners, today's challenge as well. Only one restaurant can move on, and that restaurant is Morgan's. Nice job, guys. We talked about the sides not being up to the meat, and today they definitely were up to the meat. Much improved. Buns and buns. You guys did a great job, but you were a little inconsistent. You know, some people liked the shrimp, some people didn't think it was hot enough. Plus, you really need to work on service. But seriously, you guys have an amazing concept. We run a fast casual restaurant as well, and quite frankly, we were looking at your concept and saying, wow, we're pretty jealous. So Morgan's, we'll see you in the semifinals. Nice job.
We're still very proud of, what we've achieved, but not being able to go to the next step in the competition, it's a little disappointing.
Don't be sad.
I'm so happy of what we did, what we executed, and what we do every day.
People are responding to the love and the passion, the effort that we all three put in. You're speechless. You can't imagine that this is what the outcome would be. We went into this competition knowing that we're not classically trained, but winning today justifies that we belong here. Now we have to go win it. We have to bring home the trophy. What's the next challenge? We'll see.
The semifinals start right now as Morgan's Barbecue face more of the secret diners to determine their fate in the competition.
Brisket, the ribs. I'll bring us some spoons for the chili.
It was dropped off with a glove. Not very appetizing.
Watch Best New Restaurant Secret Service now on BravoTV.com. Next week,
Bang this out.
Two great restaurants known for their farm-to-table menus go head-to-head.
Here we go. Table 52, please.
The young, hip team from the Pines in Brooklyn, New York.
I have so many tickets right now.
I get it every time because it's like crack to me.
Face off against a veteran team at Union in Pasadena, California.
I want to see more Fuego on top of those mussels, okay?